Hey guys, what's up? It's Finch here, and today we're going to be discussing a new slate of bans in the SSNU metagame. That's right, Never Used had another council vote with a whole new slate of Pokemon that we discussed, and ultimately we decided to ban 4 more Pokemon from the metagame, which is unsurprising considering how hard RU hit us with drops just a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, we're going to be banning the Noon, Poltergeist, Slurpuff, and Porygon, and Sharpedo. I personally voted to ban only Lanoon, Poltergeist, Slurpuff. Just those three. I actually voted ban on less Pokemon than most people just because I feel like the metagame is still changing at a rapid pace. But the only other Pokemon besides those that got a majority, and it was a slight majority, was Sharpedo. So that's completely fair. Let's go through all the Pokemon that were voted on and why they were voted on as such, and then maybe give some meta commentary along the way. So first off, Lanoon is something that the NU Council elected to ban unanimously, and this was definitely the most clear-cut Pokemon that was banned with the ban of the male Indeedee form, which provided Psychic Drain. I feel like stopping priority sweepers like Belly Drum, Azumarill became infinitely harder, and that coupled with the fact that it has decent speed and coverage alongside extreme speed made it very hard to check after an extreme speed, oftentimes invalidating offensive teams as a whole and rendering balanced teams to either using a very small pool of potential checks and counters to it or falling short against it as well, especially when provided with the right support. On hyper offensive teams, it was particularly problematic, so Linoon was banned by the NU Council due to its insane sweeping potential after a Belly Drum. Defensively, not many Pokemon are able to stomach hits from Linoon after boost, and the few things that can are either suboptimal stats like physically defensive Boyer, or extremely rare and are outclassed in the current metagame such as Avalugg, Regirock, and Pyukumuku. Revenge killing Linoon is an extremely difficult task, as it's often setting up under the support of Screams, and also protected by the extreme speed priority, which again, Psychic Drain is no longer as prevalent. Indeedee F actually got voted on, but still definitely not where Indeedee M once was. It limits Lanoon's pool of counters such as extreme extent and unanimously deemed too strong for NU. So yeah, goes without saying, Poltergeist is something that I voted ban on, and actually it was a very close vote. It was, I think, 5-4, and both tier leaders didn't vote ban, which is fine. Personally, I believe that the sweeping sets with Stored Power, with Shadow Ball, Shell Smash, Giga Drain, are just really annoying to deal with. I felt like there really aren't many checks to it. There are like 1 or 2 natural checks this year, which I'll admit, but it was such a hard sweeper to deal with, kind of like the Noon, but to a bit lesser extent. I was on the fence about Poltergeist, and I was on the fence about Slowbro Galar, which I'll get to in a minute, but unfortunately, fortunately I voted ban on this, not ban on the other, and I guess I agreed with the majority, but it doesn't really matter. I think that will get the best of the tier ultimately regardless. But anyway, Poltergeist is similarly banned due to its insane sweeping potential. I guess that's eternally new catchphrase, insane sweeping potential. I said that with like jazz hands on the side. You gotta get the full picture of the yelling. Anyway, while it had a small pool of consistent answers, they're mostly passive and uncommon in the current metagame. Yeah, kind of going along with what I said. Poltergeist was often paired with Psychic Drain and or Screen support, which made revenge killing with priority also a difficult task. Yeah, that goes without saying. It is admittedly frail, especially in the physical end of the spectrum, but it goes without saying that once you get a setup opportunity with the right conditions, it can be an absolute pain in the ass to deal with. So no surprise that it's gone. Once again, we voted not to ban Toxtricity. Schneider was actually the only person that voted ban this time. I think I did last time, but it's just kind of overwhelmed by all of the other kind of crazy, strong offensive threats. So it'll be interesting to see how it fares in the metagame, or if it fares in the metagame for much longer. But personally, I think it might be here to stay for a little bit, maybe not long term. But yeah, no, that's good. Slurpuff is the next Pokemon. The Belly Drum set was really stupid. I'll read this. Yet another Titanic sweeper. So, okay, we changed it. There's no longer insane sweeping potential. It's a Titanic sweeper. And an ability to break past almost anything after a Belly Drum, except for the sturdiest physically defensive poison Pokemon with Unburden, boost, and speed, and resistance to Sucker Punches. Yeah, it's consistently good. It didn't even need as much support. Getting a Belly Drum is pretty damn possible. Slurpuff's a Mono Fairy type and also does okayish bulk. Player off plus Drain Punch. It means that you're really just hoping they don't have a poison type and you'd win. If they have a poison type, chip it down, you're good to go. It was really crazy. Schneider and Kyo and Roses voted do not ban. Personally, this was this and Lanoon I was like 100% sure I wanted to ban. So yeah, I'm glad it went personally, but I'm interested to see how it maybe do an RU, for example. It'll be interesting there. Indeedee, F, and Boyer, 2 normal types that one hits very hard in the special side, one hits very hard in the physical side. Boyer a bit slower, but much bulkier in the physical end, whereas Indeedee a bit quicker, but definitely frailer. 2 potent Pokemon for sure, offensively, but Boyer, while it does have great physical bulk and good coverage, normal plus fighting stab, for example, and ability to ghost types with Darkest Lariat, admittedly, it's a bit it's a bit overwhelmed due to its lack of speed and special bulk right now. As for DDF, it's super fragile, and dark types are still pretty solid in this metagame. Maybe kind of prediction line, if you will. So all in all, I don't think it's amazing, but I definitely think it's going to be really good. I could see them going in the future, especially Beware, but we'll have to wait and see. Next up, Porygon Z. It actually got 4 ban votes, so it was 1 ban vote away, but ultimately, I personally wasn't there. I guess that Davin and Schneider and Kyo and Roses all felt similarly. Roses actually voted ban on Raichu Alola. Oh, I need to talk about that because that was actually another Pokemon I was close to voting ban on too. Yeah, I was just going down his vote. Sorry. But yeah, no, Porygon Z is a nuke. I mean, choice specs, adaptability, try attack. It's gonna hit harder than many things you've seen OU, let alone NU. Forget about it. But it's also prediction line. It's super fragile, so I'm curious to see how that'll do. I almost said like super fragile, atomistic, XP eligible. You know that like thing that everyone said like freaking elementary school. I don't know when I said super fragile, it just came to mind. But that's the thing, I guess. So, I guess we have 6th grade references with Finch now. That's always fun. But anyway, next up we have Sharpedo, the 4th and final ban of the slate. It was another close vote. I personally again voted do not ban, but I can see how it can get out of control due to speed boost, mix attacking sets, or just special sets in general. Really strong in this metagame that's more offensive, and it's able to really clean things out later on in the game. So Sharpedo is banned from NU due to its insane wall breaking potential. So we go from insane sweeping potential to another doubling down on insane sweeping potential, and then Titanic sweeping, and now we have insane wall breaking potential. So now we don't have sweeping potential, we have wall breaking potential, which actually I think sweeping potential applies to Sharpedo as well, due to the fact that it's getting speed boosts. Coupled with arguably being the best revenge killing. Revenge killing, protect plus speed boost, that helps a lot. Thanks to speed boost in conjunction with protect, it can easily scout out and then outspeed would-be revenge killers and even protect itself from first impression users. Yeah, that's pretty big. Close combat psychic fangs, it hit very hard on the physical side of the spectrum. I think mixed sets are solid too, but neither here nor there. They're able to tear through any defensive cores it found and create guessing games, which result in doing massive damage to a team in the process, which makes a ton of sense. Pairs super nicely with spikes as well. Glass Cannon, the epitome of it, and really just abusing speed boost to the best of its ability. Tyrantrum, Slowbro Galar, Mienshao, Sigilyph, and Raichu Alola were also voted on. As for Tyrantrum, it's definitely a very strong Pokemon offensively, but kind of still caught in the middle. It's not the most durable in the special end, and that coupled with the fact that there are things that resisted stab, making sure that it's manageable enough. I don't know if it'll last, but yeah. Slowbro Galar, pretty damn good Pokemon this year defensively, but the cheesy sets with like Quick Claw, Quick Draw are really overwhelming considering it's already a really good Pokemon. I don't know if it'll last. I could see some kind of like Quick Claw or Quick Draw kind of action tiering wise, but I don't think it's broken outright. It's just kind of stupid, if you will. So yeah, Mienshao only got 1 ban vote from Realistic Waters. My guy RW, love him, but yeah, Mienshao, Regenerator, U-turn, close combat, whatnot, really solid. It definitely has some checks. Sigilyph got a couple ban votes actually. It's got some really ridiculous stats. Magic Guard's a great ability. Even Tinted Lens specs is okay. And it's pretty fast for any standards, but still, it doesn't have the bulk to really be as reliable. And it doesn't have the sheer strength to really dominate like things like Lanoon and Slowbro after their single boost. So yeah, it's kind of caught on a fringe right now, but I could definitely see it going in the future. And last but not least, Raichu Alola, it actually has like all the coverage and speed in the world to really abuse things. He works on a ton of different offensive teams. It's really crazy good. I was on the fence about this, much like I was with Slowbro G, but ultimately I decided not ban. I want to see it a little more. So yeah, what do you guys think of these bans in the metagame? Do you think that Lanoon, Slurpluff, Sharpedo, and Poltergeist deserve to be banned from the NU metagame? Or on the contrary, do you believe that any of these Pokemon did not deserve to be banned? In addition to that, what do you feel about Toxtricity, Beware, Indeedee, F, Porygon Z, Slowbro G, Tyrantrum, Sigilyph, Mienshao, and Raichu Alola? Do you think the fact that I read them out of order with that list triggered your OCD? Do you think that any of those Pokemon deserve to be banned? And do you think that you should subscribe to Rabia's channel for more NU content multiple times every week? That man's going on the grind. Definitely check him out. I plugged him in my last video. I'll try to remember to leave a link in the description below, but if not, Lord Rabia on YouTube. Same guy that's on the council vote. He's super passionate about the metagame, and I'm glad that every tier has a Rabia. Dedicated users are super important. Producing content for the player base is something I really appreciate. So yeah, shout out to my guy, and big shout out to Eternally for organizing this vote, as well as Roses, co-tier leader. Definitely doing great things for NU, and I really appreciate their contributions, of course. But yeah, that's it for now. So therefore, Lanoon, Poltergeist, Slurpuff, and Sharpedo have been banned from NU. Stay tuned for more information on tiering for the rest of the month on the 16th. Until then, enjoy the new metagame. And yeah, I guess we gotta thank you so much, XD. So yeah, but people seem to be liking this band. So alright guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, smack that like button. And if you guys want to see more, guess what? You can subscribe. We're getting close to 6K. I really appreciate that. But yeah, everyone stay safe and have a great weekend. Alright guys, bye-bye. Peace out. See you later.